love Belfast. I've done my coaching badges here. I love coming to Belfast, so for me to be here today and support a great charity. I mean, the mental health is a big issue around the world, and I think what the people in Belfast are doing, it's great. It seems like it's a great turnout. Everybody's smiling, so I'm looking forward to it.
It goes from all ages, you know, it doesn't matter how old, young you are, you know, sometimes you may struggle in life, so hopefully, you know, we can all get behind one another, and this is for a great cause, and the more awareness we can, you know, generate, the better it'll be for everyone.
You can't see what's going on in people's mind. People could be smiling and seem like they're having a good time, but really, you know, they're really getting it tight. But you know, you have to look after your physical health, and then that translates in their mental health. So you know, it's great that we have a good team sport where you can have fun and you're exercising at the same time. So it all goes hand in hand.
Stuff like this, especially talking about mental health. Also, a lot of young people here today who, you know, it's important that they talk about all that stuff from a very young age, you know. And if it's, you know, if you can do something that's quite a lot of fun, get people engaged, raising money for people in the community and stuff, I mean, you can't really complain, you know. So.
Safe hands. Paramedic, can we get a paramedic?
And sport is such a good vehicle for that, because sport brings community, sport brings connection. So I think that's very, very much aligned, and it's a real privilege to be here today.
Yeah.
Even from my own point as an athlete, I know how important your mental health can be challenged and how much it can be challenged. So for us to come out here and be able to raise awareness for something so much more important than this single football match is mad. So if anybody does need help and support, they know where to go.
And that is 2-1.
And the more you talk about your issues, your problems, obviously you've got to have the right support network around you, but the more you talk about them, the less they weigh on your shoulders, and that's the troubling part, that's the hardest part. Shaking off the ego, letting yourself know that you're not the only person in those difficult, tricky situations, but at the same time, there are lots of people around that want to help you, that have been in those situations, those had difficult times, and want to help you power through.
And finally,
The tech service that they set up is unbelievable, and Mickey, who I was chatting to from a charity, says it's already been really effective for them and it's really working. So I would say just get in touch with the guys, look at their website, their social media pages, there's great links on there, and the text to mate service that they have is brilliant, really good to see.
You know, when we were playing, there wasn't really
yeah, there wasn't really talked about, and the awareness just wasn't there, both obviously for footballers and in the general public, really. So yeah, it's great these games can raise money, but also more importantly raise awareness.
Down there. Has he got the final product? He has.
Still a stigma, especially for males. You know, it's a difficult subject to approach, difficult subject to break down. You know, we know with men, you know, not a lot of men like to discuss their problems and what's going on. They stay silent, and you know, for some they stay silent too long, and it becomes too late, and that is a big problem. Same for females as well. Women have the same problems, just in a different way, but it amounts to the same thing. And as much awareness as we can bring to the subject, you know, as much support, you know, backing, then that's just what it's about. You know, we can.
No pressure.
I think what's really good nowadays is that, respectfully, the older generation didn't really open up as much, and I think that now it's a lot more acceptable to do so. And I think as a man sometimes, or sorry, for everybody, but there's something about, let's just say men, for example, because they're all men playing here today. There's a real thing of we want to provide and take care of it, and we'll handle it, and that should be the case. But also, if somebody's struggling, they shouldn't feel ashamed to say that they're struggling, or look for support, or look for help. And I think that's becoming more and more acceptable. And I think there's nothing wrong with that at all.
I think since I built my platform, I've always used it to try to help other platforms that maybe often overlooked. As my business has grown, it's grown alongside helping causes like this as well. So this is part and parcel of what we do now, you know. So it's great to be able to use what I do or what we do to help. You know, being able to contribute, being able to spread awareness. We have a massive platform of people there, and it's only getting bigger. And it's what I do want to add on to my side of the business.
If you're exercising, you're not thinking about nothing else. Your head's being cleared too, and not only is your mental health getting a lot better, but so is your physical health too, and both time each other. So those exercise, not just sport, any exercise, for your mental health is absolutely paramount. So I would advise anyone to do it, even if it's walking. It's absolutely fantastic.
And there goes an offside. Offside. Premature celebrations. Paddy Barnes went topless. Apologies to all the children. He's off, really, that's it. Time to come. Let's go, Paddy. Nobody needs to see that.
So you have to talk about it. There is a stigma attached to talking about it. Yes, I encourage everybody, if you're getting it tight, talk to somebody. It's really, really important, and there's always somebody that'll help you.
Fantastic goal, lucky David. 3 more minutes, you would have got that.
When we played, it was a bit of a stigma, to be honest. You didn't really talk about it, but especially nowadays, and I think it helps. I think Jermaine Pennant's mentioned it a few times. He's been through a few problems, but as you said, it's for a great cause, and if anybody's got any problems, they need to speak to people, and there is specialists out there who you can speak to. So, as you say, there's a great crowd, and hopefully raise money today and tonight for a great charity.
Fantastic goal for the Premier League All-Stars.
Just keep a track of your mental health. It's not your fault, but it's your responsibility. So to be able to talk to people, get things off your chest, and a problem shared is a problem halved. I think that's probably the best mentality to go in with it.
Men do not. They just say, okay, I'm okay. When anybody says something to you, you could have the world against you, and you'll just say, yeah, it's fine.
Kyle is a 3 goalkeepers who still scores. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your fantastic players, the Team of Me podcast, and the Premier League All-Stars.
On behalf of Tackling Awareness of Mental Health Issues Tamhi, I want to say a huge thanks to the players, Legends 11, the sponsors, Praise Guy, Team With Me and Lansdowne, and everyone involved in the day that basically made it so special. We brought the community together for mental health and emotional well-being, and while football was the spectacle, mental health was the winner.